Look, I am no quitter, okay? I have proven time and time again when I come in here, and normally in our post-show meetings, we brainstorm ideas, we come up with ideas, and then we troubleshoot them and try to figure out what's the best way to do it, or if we should do it at all. And when I veer off on my own and I come in here, I'm like, you know what? I don't want any meetings anymore. I don't want to go. I don't want to go through cumulus legal on all that. I've got an idea, guys. Here it is.
That's the most dangerous phrase known to man. Bert Weiss proclaiming, I have an idea.
A light bulb nobody asked for.
And here's another. Kristen's already rolling her eyes and she doesn't even know what it is.
I'm not rolling my eyes. I'm just bracing myself for the storm that's to come.
At this point, corporate's going to have some ideas, and it doesn't involve us.
This one, I believe that I have thought through enough that it is trouble-free.
So what you're saying right now, you are going to present said idea, and then we can turn it into Swiss cheese and poke as many holes in it as we want.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't think you're going to be surprised by it. And again, this is, the first time I tried this when we came in here a couple of weeks ago was the Celebrity Challenge. That went sideways. Then there was the Jacksons sneaking into different events in Atlanta. While successful, behind the scenes was a nightmare. And now there's this. And we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, and I want to bring it back. Rate me.
Oh, the hot or not thing?
Hot or not. Okay. So years ago, we did this. And it came up a couple of weeks ago because I think we got an email from somebody that was saying that she was at odds with a friend because she was swiping on dudes that were out of her league.
It was Cassie's Am I the A-hole?
Okay.
Yeah, so her friend was swiping on dudes, out of her league and was complaining that she's never in a relationship. So her friend finally told her, these dudes are out of your league. These ones being shown to you are in your league. Unfortunately, you think they're ugly. And her friend got upset because she basically called her ugly.
Now, if we're using common sense here, leagues are stupid. This is all about aesthetics anyway. What one person brings to the table aesthetically might be way more than somebody else, but the other person in the relationship is bringing in other things that balances all out. So this is strictly based on physical and aesthetics, which is what really the dating apps are all about.
I mean, essentially, you're just like on Amazon Prime trying to look for your solid 6.5, or at least that's what I'm looking for.
Now, we did this a long time ago, but there's no way to do it the same way we did because times have just changed, right? Before, we had people send in their pictures. The Bert Show, off the air, would look at a picture and we would all put together a roaming average, and then we would post the picture in what we believed was your number house up online, right?
Yeah, we called it What's Your League? And we put them in their numerical league.
Right.
I remember sitting in our old studio with the entire Bert Show staff.
Like everyone.
Everybody on air, everybody behind the scenes, sitting there looking up at the screen, at the TV screen, as pictures of our listeners who subjected themselves.
Yes.
They gave consent, and we all sat there and rated them and then came up with averages. And the leagues... They weren't received well, man.
You don't say.
People were not happy. Like, granted, they subjected themselves to this, right? But yeah, some of the people that we chose leagues for, they felt like they deserved a higher league, and
usually do.
They were quite perturbed.
Well, and again, I'm going to make the same offer. Would I submit my picture for something like this? No, absolutely not. And I remember back then also when we were rating people and they weren't happy with us, they'd shoot off an email to us going, well, you're a 4.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't ask for that. You asked for it, right?
I know you are, but what am I?
And then, so we posted their picture up online also, and then we started brainstorming like an event to do, which we poo-pooed, which would have really been pretty funny.
Yeah, we were going to have an event at some kind of venue that had multiple rooms. And if you were a 9, you could mingle with the other 9s. But if you were 8, 7, or 6, you were not allowed in the 9 room, and so on. And the rule was you had to mingle in your room or a room of lesser value.
That's hilarious. That's funny.
Now again,
But again, we didn't do that because people, once we rated people and put them in their leagues, it was very apparent they were not coming to the party.
So I think it had to evolve into something very different in 2025. There's just no way to do that now.
This was a solid almost 15 years ago.
Yeah, it was 15 years ago, and there just wasn't the same kind of vitriol, I don't think, online as there is now. The embarrassment, but people were willing to do it, man.
yeah.
I mean, they were willing to send in their pictures. We were posting it, so I can imagine.
Abby Mo, we were floored. I mean, we got flooded. People were like clamoring to be rated. It was,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
It's still happening
It wasn't like
online
we got
now.
a handful. We got a ton of entries.
I went online the last couple of days to see whatever happened. Was it called Hot or Not or something like
Yeah.
that? That was the app. Are people still doing this? And there are threads on Reddit where people are still doing this. They post their picture and they ask, rate me. And the comments are just, it's too much.
Nasty.
It's just absolutely too mean.
And it's taken over a different. I just did a trend that had been going viral on TikTok. It's like people posting themselves without filters and being like, "How old do you think I am?" I just did it because I was like, I'm curious. I want to know how old do you think I am. So my point is like,
You did it?
yeah, I just posted it to my Instagram and TikTok.
Why would you do that?
I
What's
don't know.
the consensus?
Because can it get worse? Can my life get worse?
Yeah.
Wrong.
Well, yes.
Mid-30s, which is fine. I mean, that's younger than I am, but I don't mind being told I look a few years older either. But people there is, when it comes to yourself, there is this weird drive to figure out how other people perceive you. And that's
Right.
what it really is.
Well, here's my problem with that is when you put it on Instagram, if people just gave you a number and that was it, I'd be cool with that. But people have to insult you, right? They have to add to it. And that's the stuff that really, really hurts. So here's the thing. If you want to know what league, what your number is perceived by other people, and again, I would not do this. I would not send it in. But if you want to know, I think I have 2025 proofed it. Okay? Thought about this quite a bit. Here would be the rules of engagement. Here's where you guys can slice and dice it.
Okay.
All right? First of all, and believe you me, I spent like a good 6-7 minutes on this.
I can imagine. That's higher than your normal average.
Yes, it is.
About 6 minutes.
And we've all seen the results of those, right?
Yeah,
All right? So this one I put 6 times more effort into than thinking about Jackson sneaking into different events. 6 times.
Okay.
All right. So first, a listener would email us, guy, girl, you would email us your picture to producer@thebertshow.com. All right. We get the picture. We will not post the picture at any point at all. Not on our Facebook page, not on our website at all. Okay. Listener calls up. All right. That we have the picture in front of. And before we even get them on the air, they tell our phone screener what they think they are.
Oh my gosh.
Okay?
How are you making this worse?
It's not worse yet. You haven't heard the whole idea. You haven't heard the whole idea.
I don't know that we need to.
Right. That was out the gate.
If we vote you a 5 or lower, you get an automatic makeover.
And again, we are not forcing you to send an email or a picture. If you want to go through it, this would be the route. You send the picture and then you tell the phone screener what you think you are. Then we all take a look at the picture and we rate it, but we never verbally say what we are rating. We put it down on a piece of paper. We quickly give it to Tommy, and Tommy gives the average of the Bert Show. So it's not like Mo has to go, I think you're a 5, and Kristen goes, I think you're a 9, or whatever, right? So we all put it in, and then we give the listener what we believe our cumulative average rating is. And then we find out what the listener thinks he or she was after we give them the rating. So there's nothing online. We never reveal who this person is. The picture never goes up online. We can voice disguise them when they come on so they don't get made fun of by friends or family or coworkers or anything like that. That was it.
Okay, so this is obviously an audio medium, but it's becoming more visual. When we get the picture, are we obligated to describe said picture on the air for listeners? I'm trying to think from the listener's perspective, what's going to make this entertaining.
I think so. I think so because, I mean, if we get a picture and it's a a girl with a blonde pixie cut. I think if we say that, there are a million women in the city with a blonde pixie cut. So we wouldn't give so many like determining characteristics that her friends might not know.
Okay.
And again, she would be on the voice disguiser, or he. Guys are very vain also, and they want to know. Mm-hmm. So it would be completely anonymous.
And instead of calling it What's Your League, we could kind of stay in theme with, something we're doing now, and we could do it for 100 days, and we could call it 100 Days of Uggos Go Round.
See, this is what I was trying to avoid.
Hey, Tommy's the problem now.
Bert worked on this bit for 6 or 7 minutes, and you worked on that joke for 6 or 7 minutes.
The whole break, he was over here working on it. Yeah.
Workshopping it.
All right, so we are protecting listeners. Mm-hmm. We are again asking them to send in their pictures if they want honesty, because they may just not know. Like maybe they are striking out on Tinder or on Hinge or whatever, and they are reaching too high aesthetically. This has nothing to do with your personality.
Zero.
And what you are bringing to the table outside of aesthetics. This is superficial aesthetics, but it is also first impression.
I'm struggling with this because I don't know how we can make it funny without it also being mean. Like, I think if I'm thinking about this realistically, the entertainment factor is, I don't know, like us like poking fun. Like I think I'm trying to think about it from a listener standpoint. Like, what are they going to find entertaining about this? Like, oh, there's a girl with blonde hair and she's got a pixie cut, and you're a 6. You know what I mean?
I think maybe the entertainment part might be comparing our number to what he or she gave in the very beginning.
I can see that. I don't know what this says to where I am in life, but I'm not that mad at it.
You don't have the energy to argue.
No, it's not. It's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Well, I think if you're curious and you want to know from people that don't really know you, we don't know anything about you except aesthetics.
We're doing people a service if they really want to know what league they feel like they belong in, and maybe they're having issues in the dating scene, and they have been shooting too high, and they need some outsiders to come in and be like, yeah, yo, Miss 8, you're not an 8, you're a 6.
Or a dude. Like dudes, I am encouraging you guys also. I don't want this to all be about the women, that's for sure.
So if we give them this vague number, like let's say blonde pixie girl is a 5 or whatever, does there need to be some kind of cumulative reason why she's a 5 that we also have to give her? Because I don't know if that's very helpful. Like, oh, you thought you were a 7, but you're a 5. And she goes, oh, I wasn't that far off. You know what I mean?
If they ask?
If they ask?
Yeah, I think that's...
Like, how do you make yourself go from a 5 to a 7?
How do we upgrade you? How do we turn you from Uggo to your upgrade?
Well, you can give your doctor's name that did your nose. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, damn.
And it begins today.
Listen, I rated myself. Nobody's a bigger hater of Abby Murphy than Abby Murphy.
I'm assuming this could go the other way also, which would be really interesting to me. I am wondering if most people rate themselves less than what other people see, because it's very hard to just rate yourself on aesthetics alone. What you're doing is, if you want to or not, you're putting all the internal junk that you have into the way that you think you look. So there might be a case where we are rating them higher than they see themselves, and it might be a positive thing.
Also, we could take it one step further with the dating app thing. Since none of the photos are going to be published or anything like that, we could be like, hey, if you're not getting matches on Tinder or whatever, send a photo of yourself, send a photo of a couple of the matches suggested to you, and we'll tell you if you're in the right league or not.
Okay, that was complicated a little bit. Okay, all right.
I like that.
Because then it's helpful.
Is it possible, if we were going to try to honestly do this as something helpful, is there an expert that we could have on to say this is what you need to do on your picture, on your profile picture?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, we know Sarah Witherington, who owns Own Boudoir. She's literally all about, she made me look fantastic in our photo shoot. She knows posing. Like, she could literally just be like, oh, you just need to angle your body like this. And then, bam, you're a bombshell.
Okay, let's try this over the next 24 hours, just as an experiment. If anybody even is going to email. We may not get any emails and there's no bit whatsoever. But to be the first one to try this, we'll try it on tomorrow, see if it fits. If it's too mean, then we stop it. If it's helpful and entertaining, then we continue it. But if not, we'll just make the call tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
If we get any emails, even.
I've set up a form. It's at thebertshow.com.
What's that?
I already set up a form. You can enter at thebertshow.com.
You're in the time that we started doing this, you've already set that up.
Well, I figured your bad idea was going to go live, so let me go ahead and get it ready. Yes.
All right, so in your form, what are you asking for? Just a picture? They don't even really need to give a name, do they?
No, actually, they don't. I can make that optional. They don't need to give a name, though. You do need to confirm that it is yourself. You may not submit on behalf of someone else. I think that's pretty important.
Well, this kind of safeguards that also because it's not like we are giving the name or even showing the picture to other people. So they can't submit somebody else's picture. It's not going to do you any good.
I mean, they can if they want, like they want to submit their ex and just have us rate their ex really, really low.
We'll know if they get excited to get in too.
That was not them.
Right.
All right, so this isn't a direct email. This is it within form.
Yep, just go to thebertshow.com and you can just fill everything out. It's really short.
All right, we'll only do one tomorrow if we even get a picture, but you can go to thebertshow.com.
The Bert Show.